Okay, joined with Stephen, Mike and Ryan prior to the game against Silksworth. This is now the semi-final of the Alan Hood Charity Cup. Starting with you, Forsey. Off the back of a great result in a difficult cup fixture last time out, how do you approach this one today?
Exactly the same, I think. No different messages in terms of how we play or how we approach the game. You know, the fact that it's a semi-final brings a different kind of edge to it, I guess. But for me, it's just another game of football against, you know, what will be a very good Silksworth side. And what we can take from last week is confidence from, you know, the fact that we're on a small kind of decent run at the minute, and the lads should be, you know, full of confidence as a result of that. But at the same time, expecting a, you know, really tough game.
Yeah, absolutely. Mike, coming to you next. What do you expect from a team like Silksworth?
Well, last time out we won quite comfortably, but and if you'd have told us that's the scoreline we were going to get before we set up, I'd have grabbed your hand off. Traditionally, the games have always been very tight. They were generally very good defensively. Silksworth do the right things when they haven't got the ball, and then look to hurt you when they do get it quickly. But we're confident. Like, we've got every confidence going into the game, but we can't disrespect Silksworth. We've got to expect them to come and give us a game. It's a semi-final at the end of the day. They're going to come and throw the kitchen sink at us, and we're going to do the same to them. So it's just who adapts to the game better, who sticks to the game plan better, who works hard and things like that. A bit more quality, that's what's going to get it done, I think.
Absolutely. Ryan, the run of recent, like Mike already touched on, the form in recent weeks is something to be admired. What do you think will get you over the line today?
I think, obviously, a good run's always a good starting point, but we take each game as it comes, to be honest. And it's always thinking about the next one. We're never thinking 2 or 3 games in advance. Obviously, we go back to Silksworth away last time. We had a scratch 13, done the business, won 5-1, but you never know what you're going to get on the day. We've got a very good squad today, really good squad. I leave a couple of lads out as well. And we just asked the lads to do exactly what they've been doing for the last half a dozen games or so, and just keep doing what the message is coming across from us today.
Yeah, perfectly leading on to my next question, Ryan. Back to you, Stephen. He says about the messages that you convey across the squad. Is there any specific messages that you would send out today?
No, not really. Like I said, nothing specific to the fact that it's a semi-final. Do you know what I mean? The kind of the game plan that we had a month ago away at Silksworth will be the same game plan that we've got, you know, that we've got today. Lads just need to focus on kind of working as hard as they can, outworking their opponent and delivering the quality when we're on the ball. We know we can hurt teams, and we've just got to do as much of that as we can.
Yeah, Mike, showing progression over the last few years, it seems now, and it's finally starting to kick into gear. Obviously now this is a semi-final, we're in the semi-final and the quarter-final. Obviously today is the semi-final, so there's a potential to be a final. Does it show the progress that this team is making?
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, you know, I think we spoke about it last week about historically where the club's been in regards to cup competitions, and league finishes can go in there as well. And you know, there's a progression. Obviously, we want to progress the position that we finished in the league last year. I mean, there's no point in not aiming to be higher than what we're doing. We've got every capability to do that. You know, and it's early doors to go and say there'll be ups and downs and twists and turns that come in. The cups, you know, we've beat who's in front of us, and we're going to have to do that against a tough side today. But in levels, I think we can say we've climbed a level or two in the last couple of years, and you know, winning 2 semi-finals, you can maybe get away with carrying your luck in one, but you don't do that in 2. So yeah, so the levels are there, and the climb's there, and that's down to the lads, it's down to the quality. And also the basics have got to be done every week. If you don't do the basics, you can have as much quality as you want, you'll get beat. It's as simple as that. You've got to work hard and do all the basic stuff that goes with it. So yeah, you know, that level as well, that level of hard work, fitness, I think it's lifted as well naturally. So yeah, good up there. Yeah.
Yeah. Finally, Ryan, just to sum things up. If the result goes Windscale's way today, it will be the first final that Windscale have appeared in the Wayside League since 98-99 season. I wasn't born, you were still in junior football, and Mike had 2 knees. What would it mean for everyone in and around the club, for the boys to go out there and put a performance on and get the result today?
I think it'd be massive. We are expecting a pretty good crowd. I don't think we can get too hyped up about the day. For me, today can't be our final. It's still another game. We've got another semi-final coming up later on in February. Hopefully another one to come up. We've got a quarter-final in a few weeks' time. It will be massive, but we still go again next week, and we don't do anything different. Training in the next few games. I don't think we need to change anything at all. So it will be huge for the club, but there's another 90 minutes to get through today before that. So that's all we're concentrating on at the minute, and going from there, and hopefully we'll be able to enjoy the 90 minutes and enjoy the night going into a final.
Absolutely. Best of luck there, gentlemen.
Cheers.
Okay, join with Stephen, Mike, Ryan after a 1-0 win, which books the Atoms their place in the Alan Hood Charity Cup final. Start with you, Stephen. Just want to sum that one up for us.
Well, it was kind of, there was nothing in the game, to be fair. Silksworth, I mean, they brought 12 men, but they were battling from the first minute to the end. The kind of game plan was to kind of bank up and try and frustrate us, and for long spells they kind of did that. We said at half time we didn't feel that our attacking play was quite where it needed to be. We needed to lift the tempo and try and hurt them a bit more, and then in the second half I'm not sure we really did too much more of that. I think we were probably a slight improvement, but not to where we would ideally have liked to be. And then obviously it comes down to a penalty, which their keeper will be really disappointed that he hasn't managed to keep it out, getting so much on it, but then it's gone in, and that's been the difference in the end. But he was still, a minute to go, they still had chances and stuff like that. So kind of a scrappy game, but it doesn't matter at all. We just said at the end of the night, we won't kind of analyse that one at all. It's just about getting the result, and the lads have absolutely, grafted for that. And I'm just so pleased for them that, they really deserve it.
Yeah, Mike, was it exactly how you expected?
Yeah. We spoke about it before. The basics, kind of winning the games, defend properly, work hard, make the tackles, all that, just the basic stuff. I felt, like Stephen says, I don't think we showed enough quality going forward, but I'm not going to dwell on that. We've got the result. The lads will be having a beer, I'll be having a beer, he'll be having a beer, and he'll be having a beer. So yeah, we're just going to go and enjoy it now, and enjoy it. Turn up Tuesday, refresh for next Saturday, which is going to be a tough game with Hartlepool, but let's celebrate tonight. The lads deserve tonight, so let them have that.
Yeah, Ryan, other than the obvious answer, which is the final, where did they go from here?
I think I said it before the game. We don't look past next week, to be honest. Hopefully go again, train on Tuesday, weather dependent. Called off on 4Gs, but we just look no further than Saturday and keep going game on game, to be honest. Simple as that.
Yeah, absolutely. As Ryan's touched on there, Forsey, obviously training was called off this week due to weather conditions, and as training on a 4G, obviously it's liable to them weather conditions. Do you think that not training this week maybe had an impact on the result of the game?
I don't know, really. My initial reaction was kind of disappointed that we couldn't train, because obviously, we make a big deal of putting the work in midweek to then reap the rewards on a Saturday. But with the way that it was, really icy, slippery, we had a couple carrying knocks, so the benefit was, let's rest, if you like. And then, to be fair, the lads have done their own fitness stuff in the week to keep ticking over, which I think showed today, in terms of the miles that they put in. So I don't really know, is probably the answer, but in the end it hasn't hurt us, so that's all I'm bored about.
Yeah, Mike, you've already touched on the fact that we've got away to Hartlepool next week, which is always a tough away game. Does anything change from this? Is it full steam ahead, or do we change the plan?
I mean, obviously we've talked about not analysing this, but we've got to take the pros and cons out of it, and that happened on Tuesday. So what we'll need to do is, I think we'll need to be better. I think better than what we've put out today. It might be the semi-final thing that just is in people's heads, and that's maybe why we have got the levels that we can't have. I tell you what we have had, we've had the legs, we've had the graft, we've had all the, like I said, the basic stuff, but the quality can be better. The pitch was a bit sticky because it's had hard frost all week, and it turned the top over, so the quality, yeah, but I think we can be better. We can definitely be better than that. Definitely be better. We can improve, and I think we can improve. As I said, the week before we didn't set the world on fire there either. So performance-wise, we can improve. And I'm just so pleased with that. Just get me there, yeah, and you'll get over that tonight.
Absolutely, Ryan. Finally, just to wrap things up, we did mention before what it may mean to the players, the club, the people around the club. Now you're actually there. What does that feel like?
Massive. I think we said before the game, well, when you should be walking off, first final I think we've been in Leeside since before you were born, so
yeah.
it's absolutely huge, to be honest. It's certainly a scenario I've never been involved in, and I don't think any of the lads have. So it's, like I say, it's great for us as sort of coaches, the lads, but everyone involved with the club, to be honest, whether it's the kids who walked out with us today, the ones we presented the trophy to before the game. You've got Jeff and the boys doing the pitch, absolutely everybody. Really positive strides, to be honest, and hopefully there's another one, maybe two to come.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done, boys.
Cheers.